Hey guys, uh, recording on the day that I'm flying out, but I'm gonna show you the LHB fluorescence script really fast. I'm sharing my screen right now. Hopefully we can see that. And we'll just get into it. So basically the first thing you're gonna want to do is open the FIJI app. Um, Mine's located here. And Emily, you should know how to do this on your computer, but you'll just open FIJI and then we'll go into the macros screen. So the best way to do this, plugins, um, macros. Here, I'm gonna hide this. Oh no, show video panel, but hide loading controls. Okay, so plugins, macros. You can do new macros too. That's what I usually like to do, new macro. It'll pop up the panel. We will drag. You can file open, but the easiest way is just to drag in. So the script is going to just be the only script folder. Says a lot of things, and I'll go in at the end and tell you might have to change a couple things, but this should mostly work. So after that, just 10x TIFFs is what we're going to want. Um, so we'll drag in. There's 137 of these to do. It shouldn't take a ton of time, but um, yeah, there's quite a few, but divide and conquer. So this is what a typical image is going to look like. LHB is here, medial habenula is here, and then your hippocampus, and then cortex, and your thalamic regions are out on the side, which will be important in a sec. So script starts by, press run. It'll give you the DAPI screen. I first baked in a chance to alter the brightness and contrast to aid in your delineation lines later. So I would utilize this to help um, make the LHB region more pronounced. And you can press auto. Auto doesn't really do it for me, so I'll usually just like press on these and get it to. This won't matter at all for the quantifications. This is purely just for visualization. So just click on these until you think you have a good, like, I think I went too far now, but a good view of what the border of the LHB really looks like. You can really see the different texture of the LHB against other regions, which makes it super helpful to just draw boundaries by eye. So click OK to continue, and then you'll select your boundary. So you'll just click and drag. I want you to like zoom in. I have a hard time zooming in on my laptop, but zoom in, zoom out as you need with the click wheel. Uh, let's see if I can. Yeah, I can't really zoom in on my laptop, but do a better job than I'm doing right now to try to get all the way around the LHB. If there's this little lip up here, try to get the lip in it, and then you'll either right click or double click to end the entry. So this isn't as good as I want you guys. I want you guys to try to be as precise as possible. A lot of times it's hard to see this lower ledge. So sometimes you're going to need to make a judgment call, and that's perfectly fine. But I would, especially Portia, but also Emily, like use your atlas to help distinguish what you think the lines are for the LHB. As you move on, you probably won't need the atlas as much, but best to start with the atlas and then go. So that's a left, and you want to do the exact same thing for the right side, right? So that'll save, the left will save up in your ROI panel if you see that. And I screwed it up, but as long as you restart, you should be fine. So again, I'm just gonna kind of traverse the boundary. This is not as detailed or as I want you to be, but I'm kind of rushing. So anyway, right click to end, click OK. This portion of the script, I want to take a control region, and the easiest way to do this, if we want the same exact size boundary, is just to click and drag. The best spot I think to go is somewhere in the thalamic region. There's this big texture in the hippocampus, so I don't really want the control region to be over that. But the LHB or the thalamus is pretty similar to the LHB. Again, we're not quantifying based on DAPI, so it shouldn't matter too much based on the texture of the DAPI. But this line would definitely make a difference in the red channel. So anyway, the best way is just to click right in the middle and drag it around. If you have like breaks in the tissue, like right there, I'd try to avoid those because there obviously like won't be any fluorescence there if they're like that's just a small rip in the tissue, right? So click on the left side and quite literally drag it anywhere that you think is good, but avoid the hippocampus, avoid breaks in tissue if you can. Like right here would be okay, right here would be okay. I'd try to drag it as far this way. A lot of times we have axons coming up through the thalamus right here, so I wouldn't necessarily want control to be right down there. So I'd try to push as lateral as possible to start. So that's okay. You'll do the same exact thing on the right. Click in the middle and drag around. Again, all of these should be saving and combining left and right sides in the panel. Once you click this, the rest of the script should just run automatically, and it should say pop-up panel that says finished. After your first view, double check it's doing what you want it to do. It should be saving two things. It should be saving our ROIs that we just made. So boom, those are right here. If we drag can we drag those in here? No, you can open them, and I do this for your first view, like open the panel, LHB ROIs, boom, and those all will fill in right here. We won't necessarily need to do that until later, but great that we can save ROIs. And then the most important thing is like make sure the Excel is writing. So it should have a number of columns, your rat ID, slice number, and then it'll tell you LHB and the thalamus control, and then area, mean, density, integrated density. This is like your actual, your fluorescence, what we're probably going to be quantifying or graphing later. It should all stack below. So like I mentioned earlier, get out of here. There's a few things that you're probably going to need to change based on the computer, and that's mainly the path. So I didn't have time to remember how to or to go into your computer and change it, but this read and write Excel function and the ROI path, I think you need to change this portion right here to be a Z drive instead of this RDS01. So keep that in mind. That's why important, especially on like your first couple, that it's actually saving the way you want it to on your computer. So Emily, like you're gonna have to go in manually and change this, and I would save the script, maybe save another version that's like underscore EH computer or something like that. And you'll want to do the same thing on Portia's computer when you get this all set up. There's a few plugins on this specific FIJI that should work on Emily's computer, but it might not work on Portia's. So Emily, I would send Portia your actual document with or your folder with FIJI in it, so it's the same exact one with all the plugins that we need. So I think that's it, and good luck. I think you guys got this one. It should be pretty simple, but Slack me if you have issues.